Why is this crazy sick woman on your FYP? Good question. It's because I just currently finished the second draft of The Oncoming Storm, otherwise known as the 6-book series comprising of multiple spin-offs in which I have a crazed dream to accomplish and finish this book series based on a D&D campaign because I need closure, and if you were in my shoes, you would need closure too. And so basically there are 2 drafts left to go, which is draft 3 and draft 4. So the third draft, I'm going to be adding a lot more Victorian lingo and things like that, because for those of you who are just popping up here for the first time, this is heavily inspired on the Victorian time period. So I want to add a lot of Victorian lingo, especially a lot of noble Victorian lingo for one of our main pro tags, Megan. And I want to add a lot of Victorian slang, so I have purchased some books on Kindle, and I am planning to do that. The other thing is mainly I'm just trying to make sure that the sentences are less awkward, everything's more clearer, and everything like that. So if the second draft was about ensuring that the plot held up together and there weren't any, plot holes and all of that, the third draft is all about kind of making things seem more clear and more engaging, because no one gets it good on their first try, right? And it was definitely a shitty first draft in the beginning, and I am so proud to have the second draft complete. A lot of new stuff were added, like there was, a Thespia nightmare sequence. Again, for those of you who are new, Thespia is the second pro tag, who is the rogue in this instance. And essentially, this kind of adds a lot of more character depth that, well, he already had, but even more so, because the problem with this book is it was very challenging to write, because it's essentially set up. Okay, so the first book, while it is still really good, it is also designed to be sort of a 300-page long setup to the main storyline, and so a lot of the plot points and stuff like that are kind of brought up, and we're introduced to our main cast of characters. We're introduced to Silas, we're introduced to Quillen, and we're also introduced to Megan and Thespia and Greg, which is the guy who killed all the gods previously and is now a threat to them in this book series. So the entire 6-book series is meant to lead up to that final battle with Greg. Why is he called Greg, you may ask? Well, that is because he never actively introduces himself with a name.